Okay. Okay. Sure. Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. We're going to restart the Pale Beyond. Okay. So, yeah, no problem. So I had played this game previously, like last year, earlier in the year. But the person who recommended it couldn't watch consistently after that, so I stopped. So I'm going to restart it, kind of power through it as a quick game for Sunday. So rather than continue, I think I was on week 11. Let's take a look. Yeah, so like I was on the 11th week of this game. So I'm just going to restart and try to make it back there. Maybe not today, but as much as I can. This is like a survival narrative game, sort of, about going on an expedition to the frozen north of whatever this world is. and you kind of have to manage things. So let me see if I can restart. Yes, here we go. One more wing and some steak that tastes like jerky but tender. Well, jerky's pretty good. So it's not a terrible thing. It'd be a bad thing if you got like an expensive steak that tasted like jerky. Like a $30 steak. But I feel like a tender jerky-like steak that's not super expensive is a pretty good snack. Yeah. Okay, so there's different difficulties. I went with normal last time, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that again. I wonder what original launch balancing means. Is that easier or harder than normal? Conventional wisdom of video games would suggest it's easier. Because it's on the left. It goes classic, normal, hard. But somehow I don't think that's... There might be something else. I'm just going to do normal, though. Hello, Nova. Yeah, let's do normal. Oh, the air bee's cold. I remember the first scene you meet with the guy running the expedition, the captain. Airs be cold, a flake and white, a sailor begs their pledge. To the ice they'll pray that leads reveal, or out in the ice they'll stake a claim, that in the dark they'll brace themselves. To the ice they'll pray that lead reveals, some charted course ahead. To the souls around them, shielding fear, dividing up their dread, a hunger draws the desperate here. Is the sound very quiet? It is very quiet. I think I remember this game being pretty quiet. Here, I turned it up a little. I think it gets louder when you're in the game, like in the screen, but we'll see. Let me know as it goes on. I'll try to tweak it. A hunger draws the desperate here. It's one that can't be fed. What will ye do when steel hearts break and courage does abscond? I'll lead these souls, so help the gods, out of the pale beyond. Begin your journey. The Temperance, I remember. This is kind of like a semi-first playthrough, since I played the very beginnings. Crew wanted. Able-bodied crews wanted for dangerous expedition, months of darkness, low wages, slim chance of safe return. Glory to be had in the event of success. Address Overleaf. Here it is. You're alone in the office. The tea in your hand has long since gone cold. I'd rather coffee. Looking around the room, you can make out a collection of military books. On the desk is a ship in a bottle. A metronome ticks away steadily. I find it rather calming. The dedicated rhythm soothes the senses. It stops. Keep waiting. You hear footsteps climbing the stairs that brought you here. Remain standing. The door behind you swings open. The captain bounds past you to the other side of the desk. Hello, Mo. Hello, Mo. Do you have all your teeth? I have enough to get by. Can never be too careful. Captain sits down. It's the little things you can lose people to. He's speaking from experience? Yes, the captain. This man seems completely normal at the moment, and perhaps he is, but I remember some weird shit with this captain. How many people have died under your supervision? More than I'd care to admit. Can you remember their faces? Every single one. Huh. Please, take a seat. Sit down. Chair is uncomfortably large. The seat feels worn. I'm Captain Hunt. The pleasure is mine, Robin Shaw. On your desk, what ship is that? This? Detailed, isn't she? Incredibly. An old sailor superstition. I hope you weren't waiting too long. It's fine. I'm used to waiting. First name Michael? Michael Hunt. There's been a lot of candidates. Some good, some bad. Interesting mix. I'm sure you understand the need for discretion. Keep listening. Most call him Mike. Yes. Months of darkness. Low wages. Slim chance of safe return. That didn't deter you, did it? Quite the opposite. It's why I'm here. A thirst for adventure, then. He winks. I'd keep that to yourself around the other sailors. They might drown you in it. A few questions first. He looks down at his list of questions. Were you born a landlubber or a sea dog? What should I do? I forget what I did last time. I'm gonna say if I knew I'd tell you. I've been all over. Mutt wash. I've been all over, but I'm here now. Mutt wash. Plenty of those joining. Myself included. Military experience? Royal Admiralty. I'm gonna go with the military. 2 tours. Mutt wash from the Navy. Guess I'm not that special these days. Under what circumstances did you leave? In one piece. Be surprised how many can't even say that. You ever fired a weapon? Yes. You ever killed a man, directly or otherwise? I'm gonna say yes. I see. You're not married, are you? No. Better not have a death wish. One must believe they'll return to justify leaving in the first place. Any less, you're doing yourself a disservice. Let him continue. We're here to find that ship in the bottle. The Viscount. Never heard of it. Yes, I have. And not just because I've played the beginning of this before. The captain eyes you. It was a government vessel to find the magnetic south. You have a good memory for a soldier. Aye, 'twas. And we're supposed to be chasing this ship? Exactly. The ones too attached to life are quick to sacrifice others. That's a great point. Crimson. But I'm gonna need more than rumors about lost ships if I'm putting my life at risk. Naturally, here's what we do know. Not one person or thing has been heard of from the Viscount since it left port. I like how all the options are like they're definitely fucking dead. Until now. Until now. Someone was found who claims to have been on that ship. Where are they now? Dead. Their testimony seems to have outlived them. Those with more money than sense want that old ship. That's the job. If I don't pick the first mate, someone else will. And, well, my judge of character's gotten me this far. What of our crew? Quite the mix, a work in progress. Some I've known for years. They get in on trust and experience. Others, well, they interview. And they impressed you? Any impressed you? That remains to be seen. We do have transport, though. Be traveling aboard the Temperance. She's a beauty, Greenwood, generational. Not many like it these days. The Viscount and the Temperance, they're sister ships. Built together. Sent out into this world to die alone. Poetic. And maybe ominous. Indeed. I like to think one calls out for the other. Captain looks at the bottled ship. So what do you think? Sounds like you need all the help you can get. We will. Captain checks his watch. Anyway, I think I've heard enough. Captain stands up. We leave in a month. Welcome aboard, Shaw. Proverbially speaking. Don't you need more information? Not if I'm a captain worth his salt. I work with people, not professions. Sooner trust a good carpenter than a cruel sailor to save me from drowning. But alas, I'll see you on the Temperance. I've got a good feeling about you, Shaw. Thank you, Captain. Makes his way to the door and you follow. You arrive at the docks a month to the day. Before you lies a ship. Letters on its side read Temperance. Approach the Temperance. Walk the cobble to the boarding ramp. Besides a sharply dressed man overseeing the loading of cargo. Speak to him. He turns to you with a stern expression. You can feel his eyes assessing you. A military gate. You must be Hunt's pick for first mate. I'd figure he'd keep it in the ranks. Good man. He extends an arm. Richard Templeton, a pleasure. Shake his hand. It's a considered shake. I shall be operating as the chief science officer on this expedition. I'm also the incumbent representative of our benefactor. Do, however, consider myself and my team at you and the captain's disposal. What do you specialize in? Applied botany. Okay, Mr. Templeton, I look forward to working together. I expect you to be up to the task. Some of the layabouts Hunt hired are questionable at best. No doubt I needn't perform you of your duties. You're second only to Captain Hunt himself. Though I must warn you, you have quite the task ahead. Believe you've fixed the VPN so it stops fighting Twitch? Time to find out? Excellent. I hope so. This is Templeton. Unfortunate haircut, Templeton. I forget if the botanist specialization is something we will appreciate or not. It's been a while. The rabble I've sent the afternoon sorting are the same you'll have to whip into shape. Punctuality, schedule, a strict adherence to what we need if this expedition is to succeed. I expect you to be the organized sort. You would not have been assigned to the role otherwise. Let's see. I have more than enough experience with a crew of this nature. I have more in common with the crew than I do yourself, Mr. Templeton. I'm going to say this one. I have more than enough experience with a crew of this nature. That's comforting to hear. It would seem most of the crew, the captain favored personal history over expertise. It's good to know we found the capable sort for such a vital role. Let me know when you're ready to depart. The less valuable time we waste here, the better. You'll be gone for quite a while. It'll be some time before you see the city again. A young man stands on the ramp, steeling himself for the journey ahead. Locked in. Yes, we are, babe. Hesitant, he begins to drag his feet up onto the ship. The Temperance. Templeton de Goat? I remember butting heads with Templeton in the first 11 weeks I played. But he wasn't bad. Hunt's description of the ship was accurate. Near identical to the Viscount, barring some modern additions. Set sail. See if I can turn up the game a little bit again. Week 1. 1 week on the Temperance. How's that? Is that too loud or too quiet? It's been a month. A hunger draws the desperate here. It's one that can't be fed. What will ye do when steel breaks, heart break, and courage does abscond? I'll lead these souls, so help the gods, out of the pale beyond. First mate, Shaw, personal log. It's been 1 month since I signed on, and 1 week since we've set sail aboard the Temperance. I'm told the waters will get warmer as we pass the hemisphere, before they turn colder. Captain Hunt has mostly kept to his quarters so far. I'm not sure, Captain Mike Hunt, I'm not sure what to make of our leader. He's not telling the truth. I can't shake the feeling he's not telling the whole truth. Perhaps I'm too quick to judge. The Temperance, the Admiralty had nothing like this. She's magnificent, a technological marvel. Elegant machinery expertly weaved through one of the fastest hardwood ships of its day, reborn for this mission. Breathing again with life, she's simply magnificent. There are now 22 of us, including the captain. Our next port will be our last before we enter the ice. To pick up the remaining 4 members of the crew, the scouting team. Hunt is also keen to work out a deal on a pack of sledding dogs. I've sailed with worse. The Admiralty had its rot, just like anywhere else. I can't help but wonder who's footing the bill for all this. Certainly not the captain. Such exquisite modifications to the ship mustn't have come cheap. Should investigate further. Sign off. One of Hunt's sailors approaches. Joe, Captain wants you at the helm. I'll head there now. He leaves. Join Hunt at the helm. You ascend the stairs to the stern and find the old captain manning the helm of the ship. Ah, Robin. Lovely day for it, isn't it? It is indeed, Captain. Indeed. It's days like these I make sure to do my share of the sailing. He winks. Let him continue. He thinks for a minute before stepping aside, stretching out a wrinkled hand. Did you ever take the helm in the Admiralty? Never felt right not to for me. Here, why don't you have a try? Take the wheel. I grip the wheel of the ship and feel the weight of the waves in your arms. Can pan around. The memory in your muscles rear themselves as you begin to move in time with the skip of the ship and the wind. Easy. There. You have it. Captain pats you on the back. Fantastic. Now try to get a sense of where we are. Get some perspective. Zoom out. Peaceful, isn't it? Yes. Panning and zooming speeds can be adjusted in the settings menu. He takes the wheel back from you. I think I'll drink the morning in a little longer. Would you mind preparing my quarters for the day's work? There's much to do. No problem. First, I'm going to go to the forecastle. Or not. The crow's nest currently stands unoccupied. The scouting team are expected to join at the next stop. Okay, I remember this room. A pristine furnished tub secured to the floor. Luxury to be had on the ice. Classical painting depicting sailors doing battle with a kraken. An ode to an old folk story. Known to all Captain Seamus. Or was it Hamish? You like those emotes, Faith? I thought that was funny. On the desk, you make out a variety of papers, notes, and maps, as well as a sealed letter with a stamp you don't recognize. The desk itself is suspended with a rope to keep it safely in place. Zoomer bait? It doesn't work? Is it working? You take a seat at the end of the room. The captain joins you. I will say I'm starting to remember how cool the art is for this game. Now let's run through our provisions before taking requests. To start, we have 23 souls signed onto this expedition, ourselves included. That's 16 free to be assigned to tasks, if they aren't already busy. The rest are deployed to their permanent stations. You're only able to deploy crew who you have discovered. They must be in good health and not deployed to another post. I remember. We'll be picking up the scouting crew at the next port. A lot of us seems to be in good spirits. Yeah, that's the decorum or morale. Expedition will end, tearing itself apart if you end the week with no decorum left. Yep. We have enough provisions for at least 6 months in case of emergency. If you cannot afford the minimum food rations at the end of the week, crew will become malnourished. Unless cured, it will develop into scurvy, a severe status that prevents crew from working, eventually killing them at the end of a week. And enough fuel to see us there and back again. 6 months? Yeah, as long as nothing really bad happens. Maybe I should move my camera. Here? I don't know. We'll keep it here for the second. As long as we don't get trapped on the ice unexpectedly, 6 months will be fine. And that's not going to happen. Colder temperatures will increase the minimum fuel required. If you cannot afford the fuel, crew will become freezing. Don't look right ahead. Unless cured, the freezing status will develop into frostbite, a severe status that prevents crew from working and killing them at the end of the week. Sledding dogs, well, they're still a matter of negotiation. Don't blink. The dogs will be needed to send sledding teams out to gather resources on the ice. Sending hunts further require a great amount of dogs. They will rest and become available between the weeks. Now on to work. Yeah, so we gotta talk to the people. I remember this. Have you agreed upon my conditions? To the point, eh? Shaw, this is Lady Cordell. Cordell's here to provide us with a kennel of hounds for the sleds. Our agreement is that she would train them right until we part ways at the nearest island, but you neglected me to inform me you are bringing my dogs through the Pale Passage. I have no intention of sending the pack to its death. You seem to have good faith in this expedition. It's one thing to ask for the whole kennel. It's another to drag them in the ice to chase a myth. Never before has a buyer been so dishonest. And never before has a seller made such a strong demands. What exactly are these demands? She demands we allow her come along on the expedition, as a member of the crew. None on this ship have the experience and familiarity with these dogs that I possess. If you are taking them to such a brutal location, they'll need me to guide them, as if they have any chance of survival. The humans on board too, of course. Of course. You can see my dilemma, Shaw. Bringing another member of the crew is a risk, but our hands may be tied. Your thoughts? I don't see the harm in having an expert on sled dogs. A good point, Shaw. He turns to her. The deal's already to your benefit. Do you have anyone on board with extensive training in the management and ruling of dogs? Your sleds are useless if you can't control the dogs efficiently enough to haul them. And I would like to ensure my dogs are treated properly. Welcome forward, Cordell. Your knowledge is appreciated. Invaluable. I'll have a room prepared for you below deck. Got another crew member? No need. You'll find me in the forecastle with the dogs. She leaves. I hope I'm not making a mistake, Shaw. 14 dogs. Corvid, the sailor. A sailor enters. We found a stowaway in the lower hold. Bring them in. Another sailor enters, leading a young man by their side. You know, you're not the first stowaway I've had. The captain studies them further. You know where we're heading, don't you? I do, sir. the ice. Did you know that before you climbed inside the crate? I did, sir. Huh. How old are you? You're hardly a useful pair of hands. Not true. I can pull my weight, sir. Do you know your jiboom from your bowsprit? Quick confession. I don't know either of those words. Bowsprit? Spirit? The bow's the front of a ship. No idea what a jiboom is. Someone want to look that up? I do. I learned it from my da. Your da? He's Ward's son. Followed him on board back in the city. What should we do with him, Captain? A racial slur? It better not be. Well, Shaw? Hunt eyes you up. Your first mate, what should we do with him? I'll keep him aboard. We need another hand. To, like, shovel coal, you know? Why? You know, all the help you can get, this man wants to help. I say we want to, we let him help if he wants to. Alright, boy, consider yourself part of the crew. Be sure to keep your nose clean and follow orders. I will, thank you, sir. Captain, not sir. Aye, Captain. Stowaway joins the two sailors below deck, now a member of the crew. Seems the litter has a new run. I hope the rest won't mind sharing their rations. True, but we got another person to do stuff. What of the father? What of the father? Should he be punished for letting this happen? Another mouth to feed on the ice can be the difference between life and death. Split their pay and their rations? Or let him be? I doubt he wanted his son here. I don't think these decisions matter too much. Like these first ones, I mean? I think this is what I did last time. Split them. Huh. Yes, that works. Maybe we'll make a sailor of him by the end of this. Well, that matter's sorted. Finish requests. Now that's settled, I have one more errand for you to run. Could you grab the Stoke brothers and order them to meet me up deck after dinner? Hefty lads, red hair. Couldn't mistake them for another. An urgent matter? Not at all. Nothing you should concern yourself with. They'll be down in the middle deck. In the meanwhile, grab a copy of the crew manifest, get acquainted with more of the crew. Aye, aye, Captain. Join the figure balancing on the mast. Upon closer inspection, you make out the ship's photographer, Kasha Belford, balanced on the ship mast with her camera lining up a photo. How's the view up there? Captain is sussy. Startle the woman, causing her to fall and nearly drop her camera. Help her down. You help her retrieve the device and untangle herself from the rigging. That was a close shave, Officer Shaw. It's about time I met the first officer of this ship. Kasha. Kasha Belford. Nice to meet you, Kasha. I suppose there was some sort of rule against what I was doing up there. Deepest apologies. Sometimes there's a shot you just cannot pass up. An accomplished photographer, Kasha Belford won the Fentler Prize, the highest honor in journalism, for her work covering plague outbreaks and riots in the capital. Came as a surprise to many that such a reputable journalist would take such an interest in this expedition. There was scarcely any chance of Hunt or the benefactor turning her away. You expected someone of her accolades to be older, more experienced. This is likely her first time on the sea like this. Didn't we try to find a public domain backing for these streams? Is the music really quiet still? We may have. Unless we devise a way to bring the Viscount with us, her proof is all we need. Try non-existent? Let me try one more thing. I know I can turn the music up a little bit. Make it quiet, but so good and legal. True. I think in the settings, once I'm in the main map, I can turn the music up a little bit. See if that helps. Because I have the sound cranked right now. The cold game. Picture that as a header. Let her continue. For the piece on this voyage, I'm trying to come up with a snappy name. No one will read it if the title sounds like the work of an amateur. Sounds fine to me. I like it. She places a finger on her chin, squinting in thought. It's not perfect, but it's a work in progress. Plenty of time. We haven't hit the ice. It's just all so exciting. I suppose someone of your experience finds it all boring at this point. A trip to the ice may seem dull compared to the Royal Admiralty. You know who I am? Of course, I thoroughly researched the crew of the Temperance. May seem somewhat excessive, but I feel it's necessary for a proper chronicling. That and plenty of pictures. Don't worry, Shaw. You don't have a reputation that sets you apart from the rest. A celebrity like Kurt Darling's presence will dwarf any rumors that could be around you. That reminds me, he'll be joining us next sport. I should get his picture at some point. She holds up her camera with a sense of pride before holding it up to her face. Stand still, Shaw. The captain sent me to grab a copy of the manifest. Oh, yes, I'm putting together a manifest of the crew for you. She hands you an annotated document. Here it is. The manifest. Boom. Now I have this menu. All the people I've met. Items, resources. I remember this. It's a picture of Darkside Phil. Uh-oh. Hopefully not that picture. It's a work in progress. The scout teams are to join us at the next port, and the captain's forbidden me from the boiler room. If you could ask the others to get their portrait taken, I'd be grateful. Don't want to leave anyone out. I'll see what I can do. I remember doing this. I'll not disturb you of your work any longer, officer. I have a few more shots I want to get before the sun lowers, anyhow. Safe shots, officer, don't worry. You leave her to her work. Okay, let's see. Music volume? Is that better? Is that too loud? Yeah, that was like way louder. Okay, perfect. It was just like a few little notches, but it made a difference. If it's too loud, tell me. 2 Johns. You spot a large man with a youthful gait, carrying a heavy crate over his shoulder with relative ease. Oh, you're Officer Shaw. Yeah, I agree. Would rather it be percentage. He gives a bright, warming smile. Look at that smile. 2 Johns. That's what they call me. I'm sure you'll get your nickname later. 2 Johns attempts to offer a handshake, but loses control of the crate. He struggles before firmly holding it in place with both hands. Maybe later. Worker waits. Join the manifest. Nice. Forecastle appears to be locked. I hear the kennel master in there. We go below deck. Oh, yeah. Mid-deck. There we are.
But
Approach the cook. You find yourself almost knocking over a man carrying a heavy pot. Careful, careful. You almost got drenched in broth. Apologies, I'm in a rush. On request for Hunt. Finally, music. There we go. From Hunt. Is there an issue with the ship? No, he just wanted me to find the Stoke brothers for a meeting. not surprised. Those two are the only ones who know what's going on aboard this bloody ship. You hear a roar from the other side of the door. Oi, what's holding you up? The cook shakes his head with a smile, chuckling slightly to himself. He grabs the large pot, preparing to make his way to the hungry crew before turning his head to you. If you don't mind, could you carry that tray of biscuits behind me? Carry the tray. Grab the plate and follow the cook out the door to the table. Upon the cook's arrival, the sailors let out a rowdy cheer, the ship's cook placing the broth upon the table. Trust me, fellas, this one's worth the wait. The cook speaks with a tone of pride as he ladles the broth into the bowls of the crew. Oi, one at a time, you animals. Ward, you're awfully handsy for only one arm. Ah, piss off, Junior. Get some bread here. Grab it fast before Tucker beats you to it. The crew laughs, and our Mary as Junior guides you back through the kitchen. We weren't properly introduced. Robin Shaw, right? I've been keeping track of all the new crew. You're in Stokes, but nobody calls me that. You'll hear them call me Junior. You should do the same. No idea why Hunt picked someone he'd never worked with as first mate, but you seem the helpful sort. Glad to have you aboard. You seem popular. Well, you know what they say about the hand that feeds. Besides, half the crew I've known for years. You don't spend that much time on a ship without learning all about them. Have you been traveling with Hunt long? My brother and I are among Hunt's most tenured crew. It's not often he'll hire outsiders, but I suppose this job is too big for the usual suspects. Hunt wanted to see you as soon as possible. Ah, yes, good old Hunt. Never a rest on this ship, let me tell you. Especially when Hunt takes a liking to you. Okay. Call the crew for dinner? The crew have their meal. It passes in relative silence. The crew returns to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Twilight falls. The dinner table. Here we go. Runt and his father. You're lucky Hunt didn't throw you overboard. Half a mind to do that myself. Come on, Da. I'm here to help. Better know that involves work. Don't expect special treatment. I won't. You're an impossible child, Timmy. Doug Ward added. The manifest grows. Ascending up. Mr. Gloss, you spot one of Templeton's science team pacing around the middeck, searching through luggage. Let me look in the light. Where is it now? He notices you. Ah, Officer Shaw, correct? Dwight Glossley. Apologies. I seem to have misplaced something while settling in the cabin. A bottle of wine, actually. Can't be hard to miss. I'm sure it will turn up. I would hope so. My wife and I bought a special bottle to celebrate with. To save for the journeys back, of course. If you find it, please let me know. I'll enter my cabin. I have my journal there. Above deck. The ocean. As you look over the railing, a wisp of smoke flies past your face. You turn to examine and spot a sailor with a pipe in his mouth and a sheet of paper in his hand, looking over the stirring waters. Smoking sailor. ... The return of the ... Looking for something? Any spare tobacco? I don't share. Tashi. After introducing himself, Tashi falls silent and begins to read the letter. Trying to draw conversation from him may be similar to extracting teeth. Templeton. I spot Templeton over the sunset. As you approach him, he turns to you and nods. Officer Shaw. It'll be time before we see such a sunset such as this again. The light distribution towards the southern pole is quite the change. I noticed you weren't at dinner with the others. I prefer to eat in solitude. I have my own cabin and I make use of it. Templeton keeps his focus on the reflection of the setting sun over the stirring waters of the ocean. There's great expectation upon us, officer. From who? Who is this benefactor of ours? That's not for you to know. Not yet. Templeton looks down, catching his reflection in the ocean surface. He looks back up at the sunset. Quite the sight, but I wouldn't linger upon it too long. We should retire for the evening. It's important the first officer be well rested. Hold E to advance to the next week. Don't make Templeton sound like Winston Payne. I was going for kind of not as nerdy and weak, limp-wristed as Payne, but more educated, but kind of arrogant? Haughty? What should Templeton sound like? Describe it. Here's where we can adjust this. Christopher Lee. I think we're going to do normal, right? Is there any point in rationing before we even get to the ice? Probably not. Let's just stick with very normal. How do I do Christopher Lee? Ship makes its last port at Orca Island. Cordell's sledding dogs are picked up. Scouting crew, Kurt Darling, are picked up. The days are getting brighter as you move further south. Like this? I am Saruman. I am Count Dooku. I don't know if I can do it. There's a rap on your cabin door. That's what you'd prefer for Templeton? I can go with that. He does kind of have a Count Dooku Saruman look to him. Come in. The door swings open to reveal Kurt Darling, all but filling its frame, grinning ear to ear. There you are, Officer Shaw. The ship's navigator is a difficult man to miss. Stature and reputation precede him. Adorned with a slew of apparatus, the seemingly one-man expedition would be known to anyone following the heyday of exploration and the merchandising that followed. It's an honor, really. A wealth of invaluable experience in hostile environments. A wonder he's not been swept up to some other post. Hiding away from the rest of us, are you? You're always this early to rise. These days I tend to enjoy a good lie-in, but not during an expedition. You know what they say of early birds and worms? Apologize for not stopping by sooner, Shaw. It took a while to set up my team, and a great deal of the crew were quite eager to meet me. It's not often they work with a film star, is it? Certainly. It's completely understandable on their part. There aren't many who haven't seen my films, particularly in this line of work. More than one fellow on this crew said my work inspired them to explore the world. Quite the honor, is it not? I'm certain you receive that praise often. Not as often as you would think. I suppose I did get distracted, didn't I? Anyway. I was hoping you'd join me up deck. Of course, but why? Finally entered the pack. Thought you'd want to see it for yourself. I'll be right behind you. Kurt turns to walk away before turning back. Oh, and enjoy the morning. It's a good day, Shaw. Huh. He leaves. Okay, let's look at our manifest now. Am I in the way of... Yeah, look, the crew is expanded, so I have to slide to the right. 2 scientists yet to be met. 4 specialists yet to be met. Neither engineer. none of the scouts, and 4 of the sailors. Here we go. We got some people. Look. Mr. Gloss, you note one of the science team returning to their room. Ah, Mr. Gloss. Did you have a good rest? She nods to you. Mrs. Gloss, sorry. Ah, hello. I didn't expect May to be up this early. Harriet Glossley. Believe I've met your husband. Ah, yes, Dwight made mention of your encounter. He's still fast asleep. He's adjusted to the ship well. I believe a walk around the ship would help acclimate myself to the waves. Perhaps it will take some more time. Does anyone in chat get seasick? That Miss Gloss makes her way back to her cabin. Science team aren't used to the sea or the sailor folk. Quite the culture clash, isn't it? Well, I'm sure they'll get used to them over time. Huh. Before we go up deck, let's check the the doctor's office is locked. Seems the good doctor isn't in. Perhaps enjoying his sleep. Yet to come across the doctor even all this time. Let's go to mid-deck and just see what's going on. Many of the crew are fast asleep. Best not to disturb them, Shaw. You don't want to find yourself dealing with an abruptly woken sailor. I hate the sound of snoring. I don't know if anyone knows that. At the stern, you notice an older sailor at the helm. The old man takes a deep breath in the cold air before letting out a satisfied exhale. Morning, and good morning to you. He eyes you up. Officer Shaw, right? Lefty. Call me that on the count of, well, it should be obvious. He chuckles. Don't worry about the bad sight. This is all feel. Just keeping her steady. He examines you. Surprised Hunt picked from an outsider for his first mate. I'm surprised as well. He seems insular. He is. He must be something special for Hunt to look outside the ranks. They're cut sharp? They are. Is that a little too loud? I can turn it down a little. Here. Just a little. Hopefully this is better. Let me know. At least means you got the good work ethic. Here. You should take these moments when you can. Lefty returns his attention to the helm. As you get older, I suppose you this is not Lefty, this is Kurt. As you get older, I suppose you learn to value the quiet moments, eh? Let us hope we're just as diligent when we're old and gray. Myself before you, of course. Join Kurt on the bow. You both feel the temperance break the floes below you. Gripping the railing, he draws an enormous breath. The footing beneath rises as the ship mounts an impending ice floe. There's a moment hesitation before a profound crack relieves the ship, cascading across the ice. He exhales. See? Nothing else like it. You weren't wrong. It's something, alright. Look at the ice. No two cracks are the same. All caused by us. By the laws of nature, this place wants us dead. And yet, here we are. Traversing in harmony. How fantastic is that? How far are we from land? We're about a week's sail from the last known location of the Viscount. Assuming she isn't exactly where they left her, we can't take smooth sailing for granted. Same goes for the daylight. It won't remain bright for this long once winter encroaches. Beautiful as the ice is, on this course, it's gonna get thicker. He looks out across the white. We won't be so confident when the lead dries up, and we're stuck here till next cycle. We need to change course. Avoid the pack. Have you informed the captain? He won't listen to me. I've been dulled by retirement. Probably seen more ice than he has whiskey. It's not my decision. Yes, but you have the captain's ear. Have you experienced that long night winter? It's not pleasant, to say the least. If it comes to that, we'll adapt. Huh, I can see why he hired you. You should understand, Robin. We're only as good as the unhappiest man. Please. I'll do what I can. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. Kurt nods and turns back to look across the ice. Please. Oops. Take requests. Oh, it looks like I have breaks coming up in 2 minutes. Says my ad is about to start, so I'm going to go on break before I continue talking to the captain. I'll be back in 3.5 minutes, and we will get our ship to the ice, and hopefully nothing bad will happen. I shall be right back. Welcome back. Ah, Shaw. Ready for another day of work? Did you hear Kurt's advice? He wants to switch course. I should bring it up now. Right? There's no harm in bringing it up now. Hold on, I'm adjusting something. Aye, he had a few words to share. He may have been an expert in his time, but these days Kurtz is more with money than sense. Anyway, back to work. I was hoping you'd help me work through a few more requests from the crew. You've noticed the pool lining up outside. Everyone wants something, it seems. Call them in as you please. Let's go with Kasha first. Captain, Shaw? A thought occurred to me the other day while looking through the crew manifest and... Well, it might be too late for this now that we've entered the ice. Out with it. I thought it would be good to have individual photos of all the full crew. For your report? Not only my report, it's a good reference for the manifest. Put faces to the names. Much of the crew has served me for years, some decades. I have little problem putting faces to the names. Your thoughts, Shaw? I think it's a good idea. If nothing else, it would make for a good souvenir. Sentimental of this expedition, are you? Some photographs will have historical weight to it. Well, Belford, I see no problem there. I'll arrange for the pictures to be taken before the crew have their dinner. Thank you, Captain Shaw. In the meanwhile, I'll attempt to get as many individual crew photos as I can. You're still welcome to help on that matter, Officer Shaw. She departs satisfied. Corvid enters the office. Hunt, you asked for a report on how the stowaway was doing? I wanted to see if the boy had been settling in well. He has indeed. It means another mouth to feed, but the boy works hard and doesn't ask for much. He's got his daughter guide him around as well. I'm sure the boy's father is ecstatic. Worried sick, but happy, aye. Well, what do you know, Shaw? Perhaps we were right to keep the boy aboard. She leaves. Corvid's a woman. A short, sour-faced man in engineering clothes approaches. Are you acting daft, Hunt? Not with intention. Not bloody surprised you didn't notice. Shaw, this is our chief engineer, Clive Hammond. An opinionated one. What is it, Hammond? We've hit the ice. You haven't assigned any extra men down to the boiler. You have your engineering team. Clive is the best. I remember liking Clive. He's a little blunt, but I need more manpower maintaining this. Sailors. Many of the crew have their own tasks they're busy with. I know I've already assigned Smurf on a matter. The captain turns to you. How many do you think is fair? 1, 3? More. Choose how many sailors you wish to assign. Some choices require you to assign manpower from the manifest. One through 4. Can't assign scientists. Or we can assign scientists, we can't assign specialists. I think this is more of a tutorial. Let's give them all 4. Take 2 Johns, Runt, Lefty, and Dawes Runt. Runt's Daw. You're giving me Ward with 1 bloody arm. Young Runt could use someone to teach him the job, who better than his father. Don't get me started on handing over the bloody stowaway. Would you rather none? The engineer holds his tongue. Fine. But you can tell me how right I was when we're buried under the ice. He leaves. A good spirit, that one, beneath the oil and temper. You won't be seeing much of him, though. He prefers to burrow himself into the boiler room. That's all the requests. Good to have that all settled then. Perhaps we shouldn't rule out old Kurt so easily. If the man thinks there could be an alternate path through the ice, he's free to search for it. Shaw, meet with him when you have time. Changing course or not, I want one of his scouts in the crow's nest. Take care of that, and you'll be done for the day. Approach the sick young man. Seasick. You spot a youthful-looking man leaning over the side of the ship, his head slumped as he looks at the icy pool below. He's been visited by a spot of seasickness. Pat him on the back. As soon as your hand reaches him, he jolts upright in shock. The spectacled young man, shaking with unease. He stares at you for a brief moment. Shame looked plastered on his face. Sorry. Seen you around. Who are you? I haven't seen you around. I'm very sorry. Arthur turns around, hurrying in the opposite direction. That's the doctor, I believe, if I remember correctly. The rigging. I notice a ship darting by, climbing the rows with ease. The figure lands on their feet, dusting themselves off. The outfit denotes one of Kurt's scouting crew. Acrobatic scout. No problems. She looks at you. Who are you? Officer Shaw, you? Flick. I'm one of Kurt's crew. Don't worry about my safety. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. Kurt doesn't just hire anyone. Well, he didn't hire me for no reason. Got medals in gymnastics if you're worried about my credentials. Flick jumps up and returns to scaling the rigging. What's below deck? Let's speak with the navigator first. Send me up there. I'll get you a reading. The scientist eyes the man's cane and turns to you. I believe the navigator means to send one of his scouts. The navigator clears his throat and taps his cane. Of course. If you find one of mine, they'll get a reading rightly. Okay. Scout from the crow's nest. Let's have Flick do it. They ascend the nest and take a reading with the sextant. All clear from up top. Ooh, we got the big map. Orca Island, the last port you made where you picked up Kurt and the scouting team. Well. The last known location of the Viscount, your destination. That's where we are currently. Return. Ooh, I can eavesdrop. You overhear two of the newly arrived scouting crew talking. Ah, Quillsley. Any chance settling in? Not too bad. I can't wait for a chance to sleep, though. A proper navigation never rests until the work is done. Of course. I take it you had no issues settling in. Not at all. The crew are a funny lot. Old Kurt certainly caught their attention. Huh. Do you think any of them would mistake Kurt and myself? I think you'd collapse from joy if they did. Heh, perhaps. Okay, met two new scouts. Hooded sailor. You spot a suspicious-looking sailor. The hooded sailor spots you, keeping their hands firmly in their pockets. Not what it looks like, Officer Shaw. Pleck, but call me Gnomes. I'm not thieving anything. I'll take you at your word. Huh, expected you to interrogate me more. No worries, I was just setting up a practical joke. What's the joke? Not gonna spoil the surprise. It's not at your expense if that's a concern. Hope to get some enjoyment around here, don't you think? With their mysterious trap set, Gnome scurries off to work. The moment you enter the pantry, a bag of flour drops on your head, scattering all over your uniform. The hell was that? Gnomes! You wipe the flour off before continuing. I take the tinned food. Crate of tinned food. Here's the pumps. He spots you and ceases his playing. Need something? You're Grimly, aren't you? The man grunts. Aye. Grimly Stoke. I'm the ship's carpenter. You're Junior's brother. Junior? Oh, you're Shaw. Junior mentioned you. It's good to meet you, Grimly. Grimly just grunts. Won't keep you from your work. Don't keep me from my break. Fair enough. One step ahead of me. If you add those tins to the hoosh, we should be good for dinner. Got anything for the hoosh? Feed the pot. There you go. And then I can... Whoa. Pantry. Already was been in the pantry. Anything else to do? Nope. Call the crew for dinner. The crew have their meal. Shall we toast to the ice? Aye. The day's getting longer, but dinner's fixed. You'll see us through the long days and darkest nights. The crew returns to their posts. Hammocks are unfurled. Can't notice there's still bright light outside. Listen, you notice two sailors passing by from the dinner table. An inebriated sailor on wobbly legs leaning on the shoulder of another. Good times, good times. Need to learn to handle your drink, Tucker. But I'm fine. My mates can carry me, Cavity? They can also drop you. Have two Johns carry you next time. Are you asleep? Shit. Alright, meeting more of the crew. Door? You knock on the door, no response. I can enter the forecastle. I'm going to listen on the two engineers. Or rather, I overhear one engineer speaking with another. Don't know how the chief could stay down there all evening. You ever see Mr. Hammond eat? I haven't. Maybe he doesn't even eat. Man's not human. If he can work all day and all night on that boiler, probably doesn't sleep either. He probably sleeps. Aye, Dick, it's figurative. Right. Okay, I like them. Captain's turned in for the evening. Ingrid. The dogs regard her with rapt attention as she paces between them. The largest joins her at her side as you approach. Try some. Try the soup. It's surprisingly tasty. You seem to enjoy it. I'm afraid there's only so much. If you want more, it'll be from the dog's leftovers. Penguin, some blubber, fat and proteins, fastest way to hydrate them. Was there something you needed? She's inspecting the animals. They belong here more than we do. Unlike us, they need the ice. It cools them through their paws as they run. They'd overheat otherwise. Strong creatures. Very. They handle stress differently, adapt quickly. There's plenty to be learned from them. You love these animals. They need me. And you'll need them. Pet the dog. You ruffle its head. It licks the broth. Pet the dog. Sometimes it scrolls really fast. I should probably change that setting, huh? I think I have to go to the map. Oh, I hold E, right? To skip? Yes. Okay. We're running low on food, actually. Or fuel, not food. We're running low on both a little bit. But we haven't unlocked the mechanic to get it yet, right? Another week passes. The Temperance finally entered the thick ice leads. The days grow brighter. This game has a cool environment. Week 3. Does anyone remember which week bad stuff happens? Is that like week 5? Anyone down here? People are still sleeping. Pet the dog. I rub its belly, I pet the dog, I pat its head. Sick. Take requests. Captain Hunt appears to be absent. His chair is unoccupied. Strange. Wait for the captain? That doesn't sound good. The room shudders. Examine the problem. It looks like we're beginning, Crimson. What in the... Well, I was worried about this. Just look at that ice. We could be trapped for a while. Strong pressures. If we didn't have enough bother. Well, no need mucking around. Let's get to work. Where's Hunt? I'll grab him. I'm sure he felt it too. Shaw, check the boiler room. I'm sure the mole man has problems of his own. Not to worry, everyone. We'll be free and moving again before you know it. Back to work. Kasha. Officer Shaw, what happened? Ship's come to a stop. I almost flung my camera into the wall. We didn't hit anything, did we? Have you seen Hunt? Like Hunt? Not since this morning. He was going to speak with Grimley about the lifeboats, last I heard. Send to lower deck. Let's grab the tin food from the pantry first. We'll need that later. Grimley. Ship stuck. You keep saying the name? Oh, I know what I'm saying. What's his name? Ship stuck, then. If you're looking for Hunt, you just missed him. How? We didn't cross paths. Don't ask me. I'm gonna check with my brother. Coal bunker. Take the coal. Approach 2 men. Aye. If we made any errors, I tell you, it's secure. Don't you worry. They'd notice you. Impressive machinery, this boiler. Aye, she'll keep us steady, no doubt. Be grateful we have it. I'm ensuring that the boiler was not damaged in the sudden commotion. And I told you that if it was, you'd already know. I'm not in the business of making mistakes. I know that if the furnace goes, we go down with it. Yes, but you're only one man. And with a pair of engineers as assistants. Just looking at the number valves, this seems to be far too much for you to handle. Maybe your bloody benefactor should have considered that. I've gotten used to it by now. It will hold. Trust me. I will. Well, I will have to, won't I? I don't fancy staying on the ship any longer than necessary. It's imperative we break free from the ice as quickly as possible. Hammond eyes you. Grimace on his face. First mate here. But where's the one who got us into this bloody mess? I was hoping that Templeton knew. I was informed by one of the Stokes I had just missed him. But I have a suspicion of where he may be now. We're on a ship, an unmoving one at that. A man cannot simply disappear. If he's anywhere, he must be in his cabin. When you find him, give him an earful on my behalf. Can't do it myself, too busy keeping us alive. Templeton gives a nod. I believe you and I both owe our good captain a visit, Shaw. Should call the crew for dinner first. Routine's important, especially now. Not before we fed the furnace. Mind grabbing some coal from the bunker, Shaw? Or are you afraid to dirty your hands like Mr. Templeton over there? Huh. I already got it. Coal goes in, we stay alive. Really is that simple. Feed the furnace. Furnace fed. Almost said Phoenix. The mid-deck. The crew's readying themselves for dinner despite the ice. Some are nervous, others as if nothing has changed. Phoenix right. Crew's fed. Now, for the week. Feed the Hushpa. Let's just make sure no one else is, available to talk. Nope. Let's call him to dinner. The crew have their meal. The dinner is shared. Now let's go find the captain. The crew returns to their posts. Hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Can't help but notice it's still shining light outside. Listen in. You didn't see him either? He didn't pass by, but the cabin door was locked when I checked. Slippery bastard. What are you thinking, Hunt? Captain is missing. Kasha. No sign of Hunt, I take it. Mr. Templeton passed by, but he wasn't exactly willing to take questions. Makes sense. Cordell? One would think Hunt would be taking action at a time like this. Instead, the man squirreled himself away in the office. An odd one. Oh yeah, they're on the ice. Look at them. Keep it up, lads. We'll set ourselves right in no time. Ah, Shaw. Saw Templeton entering the captain's cabin. Seems Hunt holed himself up inside. Maybe if you have a word with the captain, he'd be able to lend a hand. Let's go see the captain. Look at this guy. He's in the fucking bathtub. Hey, I was informed he was in here. Where could he have hidden himself? He has to be in here. Check under his desk. Highly doubt he's cowering under his desk, Shaw. Ha! Captain's laugh rings out from behind the door. The captain watches you both, his head swaying as he chuckles. You're a surprisingly difficult man to get a hold of, Hunt. Seeing as this is your ship. I know it well. Hunt's eyes turn to you. I believe you two are already acquainted. How long have you been drinking? I don't suppose you care to join. He's drunk. His hip flask shakes as he holds it out, whiskey sloshing and spilling from the top. What have you, Shaw? Can't tempt you with some sweet nectar? I'm fine. You'll be more than fine with a drink in you. Ah, well, your loss. You intend to offer drinks at a time like this? The ship, your ship, is trapped in the ice. It's my ship now, is it? What do you expect me to do? Get the shovels out? What do you mean this isn't your ship? Bought at an auction. Not by myself. Imagine that, the captain of a private vessel and I don't even own it. Pathetic. Mr. Hunt. Captain. If you are not fit to stand, then you should retire for the night. Shaw will stand in your stead, and we will continue in the morning. And abandon my duty. No captain would do that if is a fit captain, wouldn't you agree? Well. Oh, it's the wrong voice. Not you, Shaw. Isn't that right? What do you think makes a good leader? Making the difficult choices no one else wants to make. Think you could live with yourself? They all act like the choice is the difficult part. The choice is easy, Shaw. It's not being able to sleep after. That's what they never prepare you for. I'm serious, Shaw. To you, what makes a good leader? We don't have time for... In a word, then. What makes a good leader? Willpower. Willpower. Explain. The power to challenge yourself, to exceed your perceived limitations. To exceed limitations. This isn't a fairy tale, unless one is set their perceived limitations rather low. If one exceeds what they thought was their limit, were they just not being lazy before? Speaking of platitudes will do you no good. A good leader is something more than a single rule you were told to follow. When you see one, you just know. You've wasted enough time pining philosophical. My apologies. I'll ask the real questions. Shaw, look where we are. Do you honestly think we're gonna survive this? I have no doubt we will. Well, I suppose someone has to carry faith with them. The captain laughs. Shaw. Nobody knows we're out here. That doesn't leave this room. No. Wouldn't want to upset your employer. Our benefactor. Shut up, Hunt. He's drug. We all want to be paid after this, don't we? Enough! If you weren't fit to lead this expedition, you should not have agreed to it. You shouldn't be... None of us should be here. Old Kurt paid handsomely to join. You're just a botanist sent to keep an eye on me. Our doctor? Huh. Then there's me. And myself. You're the only one who should be here. Templeton opens the door. The captain needs his rest. We'll discuss this once he's of sound mind. Let him speak. I want to know more. It's all right, Robin. Go now, Shaw. I'll be all right here. Captain has fallen asleep. Okay. Hey, that's not good. Let's speak to Templeton. Captain Hunt needs his sleep. It would appear the pressures of command have greatly affected him. You should find some rest yourself. The crew have their commands. Clear your head and we will continue on the morn. Perhaps so. Tell us, Hunt. Tell us, you Hunt. You awake to a room awash with green. There's a loud banging and a familiar voice. Shaw, you in there? Shaw. What's going on? Why is everything green? Never mind the green. The boiler's in serious trouble. Pumps need manned and we need to stop the whole system overheating. And I don't need to tell you if the furnace goes, we go. Lead the way then. We don't have a moment to spare. Right, let's move. We need to find the captain now. Kasha rushes up, holding her camera. What's happening? Are we going under? Not if we can help it. Out of the way. It's safe to go up top, right? The Aurora. It's a shot I can't miss. She steps back before snapping a photograph of the ensuing chaos. The lights of the Aurora flicker over the pale ice. Templeton? Nothing. Visibly perturbed, he takes a minute to compose himself. Even the tub is empty. Why would you expect him to be in the tub? Not important. We did find him there. The man seems barely fit to crawl himself into bed earlier. What? Hammond turns to you. Alright, Shaw. Captain's missing, you're in charge. Good to hear. Don't get a big head about it. Yes, indeed. The crew's no doubt waking at this moment. They're no doubt scared, confused. It's your duty to keep them calm, to maintain order. Hammond glares at Templeton. It's Shaw's job to get down to the boiler room now. We've wasted enough time looking for that bastard Hunt. If you storm down to that room, all you'll be doing is inciting a panic. We need to calm the fears of the crew. Maintain an air of focus. Lie to them, and the ship could be just damaged. Not at all. Instead, assure them we know how to remedy the matter. You do know how to remedy this matter, Mr. Hammond. Aye. And we need to be quick. I don't have time to worry about some stupid sailor's feelings. We got a ship to save. Well, it's as you said. Officer Shaw's in charge. The decision is yours. Hammond's right. We can't waste time. The crew will be okay. We've been bamboozled. Fine. I'll keep the crew at bay then. Come on, don't worry about him. Let's go. We gotta make sure this happens. The animals are barking furiously at the green that has invaded their territory. Calm, Stanberry. What's happening to the ship? Nothing I can't fix. Don't fret. Then I shan't stop you, Mr. Hammond. Mr. Hammond knows what he's doing. I have no doubt of that. You needn't come for me, Shaw. You should be focusing on the task at hand. Whoa. Is that super loud to anyone else? I'm gonna turn that down just a little. Tell me if it's too quiet. As more of the crew notice you descending below, the whispers begin. Soon the crew picked up the pace, walking directionless with hurried footsteps. Kurt approaches. Boiler trouble, I take it? I'll lend a hand. Not when you're walking with that cane, you're not. I've strength enough to go tell the crew to hit the lower deck, as many as possible. Let's go, Shaw. Time to save this blasted ship. I descend the ladder. You can see the brothers trying to open the door to the hold. Join the brothers. Trying to get in? Same. Door's stuck. Pull harder, you bastards. We need to get in there. We need to keep the furnace alight. The door unsticks. Grimly looks at you before darting off into the dark. Where's that bloody idiot running off to? To sound the alarm. Bloody howls. Let's get moving. Enter the boiler room. As you enter, Hammond's engineer team are hard at work. The larger of the two engineers loses grip. Steam shoots out, causing Hammond to dash forward. Watch it! He tackles the engineer to the ground, saving him from a burn. Made it just in time. What's the word, Chief? Keep those valves pumping. We need to avoid a water hammer. We won't be making it off the ship. Shaw! The rest of the crew aren't here. Grab a valve and start turning. You grab a valve and turning all you can to keep the water at bay. Pump! Feel the ache in your muscles as you continue to push the valve, keeping the pressure at bay. The furnace rumbles and sputters, hemorrhaging fuel. You keep turning, doing your best you can. We could be at this for hours. Shit, where's the rest of the crew? Here they are. Brought help. The furnace rumbles. Get me coal and turn those valves. Grab the coal. Oh no, I mean more. I can assign sailors to do this. Let's do it. They get to work. Feed the furnace. And turn the valve. One. Grab the valve. With enough hands working the boiler, you fight back the potential water hammer. Someone's gonna have to hold the furnace in place. Tucker? Tucker, you got this. Tucker approaches the furnace. The room shakes. Water hammer! A jet of steam paints Higgs. It subsides. They writhe in agony. They gain a severe status effect such as wounded, scurvy, or frostbite. They will become invalid and unable to work. You keep up the work, shifting the valves until the boiler has calmed. Ship saved. You won't be sinking today. The crew gives assistance to Higgs. You feel muscles tense. You fall back, collapse from the exhaustion. As you lay back, you can hear panicked voices. Where the hell is the Captain Hunt? He's gone. Gone? Uh-oh. Half food rations? And we should do half coal rations. It will reduce decorum a little bit, but I think we can get it back together, right? Okay. The temperature is saved from sinking. Aurora passes, leaving only the bright light and white. Start next week. We are now on the ice, week 4. Week 1 at Temperance Camp. You are alone in the captain's quarters. Cabin. Out across the deck can be heard the commotion of the crew. Word has spread quickly that Captain Hunt is missing. Templeton slips in through the door. Shaw. What is it, Templeton? Hunt is still missing. Yes, he is. He has gone missing. And he isn't alone in that regard. Sanders, Sparrows, and Gren also unaccounted for. Huh. As is a sizable food supply and one of the larger lifeboats. Shaw, you and I are not naive. It seems quite clear what happened here. How's the rest of the crew? Oops. Let me just do that. They're confused. Scared. The former captain is no longer with us. You understand what that means, Shaw? That would be Captain Shaw. Now, I take it? Oops, hold on. All good. Not quite yet. A new captain must be selected by the crew. As first mate, you have the most clear argument to take the role. How do I argue for that role? Your presence in the face of Hunt's absence is an argument in itself. They will hold a vote as soon as possible. That carpenter, grimly. He's still loyal to Hunt, and many of the sailors will follow his vote, if not all. But I can assure you I have the vote of myself and my scientists. Kurt and his crew are like to support you as well. I'm unsure the engineers will side. They're likely loyal to their pay. Higgs is still recovering from steam burns, which may end up working to our favor. And the civilians are a mystery. But I believe when all is said and done, you will be able to make the vote. Clearly have given this a lot of thought. Of course, it's vital we remain aware of the crew's intention. They're waiting outside, Shaw. They're scared and they don't know where to turn. You and I both understand the importance of maintaining decorum. Though times seem dire, remember. There is a rescue ship on its way. Even if the Temperance fails, we still have a potential escape. 35 weeks. The ship will arrive at Viscount Island in 35 weeks from now. We should focus on surviving that long. That's all we need to do, Captain. How can we be certain the rescue ship will come? It sounded like no one knew we were out here. I can assure it. Our benefactor will ensure it. Another 35 weeks, Captain. Keep that in mind. Here, you should have this. Presents me with a fancy-looking hat. Hunt's hat. He left it behind in his cabin. Tells us what we need. Take the hat. Commotion goes outside. I choose to willfully observe reality. Suggest you do the same, Captain. He refrains for a moment. Out with it, Templeton. I think we best declare that the captain and the missing crew are dead. There's no need for us to complicate things any further. I won't lie to them, especially because if we lie and then one of them shows up later, that's like a really bad sign, you know? Like imagine like week 16, one of the crew members who we say died shows up. Leaders lie, get used to it. The crew are waiting for you on deck. The tub, the last place you saw Captain Hunt. There's still drops of whiskey, frozen. Damn, that's cold. Hunt's ledger is gone. Address the crew. Alright, let's do this. The hushed voices become more distinct as you make your way back out into the open air. You notice the absence of Higgs. He's hurt. The crew members notice you and stop their attention. Stop. Their attention ripples across the deck. Attention. Should be clear now that Captain Hunt is no longer serving his post. As such, we should vote in the new captain. I nominate Officer Shaw for the role. The clear choice is first mate. What of Hunt? I do not see him among us, do you? Don't see a body either. He's still out there. We don't know what happened. Something we can discover. For now, someone has to take the reins of command. All in favor of Officer Shaw. Higgs abstains because he's wounded. Templeton, for me, and his team. Arthur Neal, or Nutley, little doctor loyal to me. Kurt, me, and his team. Stoke Rufus Hunt. I guess his name is Rufus. Hammond abstains with his engineers. Cordell abstains. And Kasha votes for me. Yeah, Rufus. Mike is the funnier option. I won by 1 vote. I've been confirmed as captain of the expedition. Well, the ayes have it. Shaw will be acting captain from this point forward. Acting captain in Hunt's stead. The crowd looks to you expectantly as Templeton gives you a knowing nod. A moment passes as they wait your next words. Murmuring scattering between the crew. Those who don't know me, I'm Robin Shaw. They look to you. It's not long before the obvious question spills from one of the crew's mouths. Where's Hunt? Hunt abandoned the crew? We suspect so. He abandoned us. Templeton's pissed. Appeared to have left the expedition with 3 crew and one of the lifeboats. I'm telling him the truth. Silence hangs in the air. As long as we keep our wits, there's no reason we can't survive this. The crowd begins to bubble once more. More questions. Members of the crew start speaking one by one. Many questions thrown in quick succession. How are we supposed to survive out here? Is help coming? What about our pay? Will we still be paid? We have to rely on each other. We can't afford to be at each other's throats. Divided we're weak, but we're stronger than the other elements together. I would like the head of each station to report to me going forward. I know this isn't what we signed up for. Stick with me, and I'll see us through. What are those lost, Captain? Oh, no! Memorial service will be held once we make land. Understood. Well, you heard the captain. Go for it. The crowd dissipates, returning to their roles above the ship. You pass Templeton. He glares at you. Exactly, Momo. I told you I won't lie to them. If we can't be honest with one another, what chance do we have? I hope you're right. He looks at your new hat. Suits you. Thank you. Okay. 1 vote is not great. But, I mean, it makes sense. A lot of the people were loyal to the captain. They've known him for many years, decades. All they know is he disappeared. That's really all we know, too. Because, like, I'm looking at this, right? Like, look at where we are. Fuck Hunt. I agree with you. I'm just saying, I can understand them. If he took a lifeboat, where the fuck would he go? You know? Like, it's not like he could get back to land, right? With a lifeboat. It's weird. Shaw. Or should I say Captain Shaw? That Hunt. He didn't seem the type to leave his crew behind. Ice runner? With his feet? Yeah, they took a lifeboat. Is it like the Flintstones? Maybe. Where they were pulling the boat? That's possible too. Depending on how big the lifeboat is, they put all their shit in it and just dragged it. He didn't seem the type to leave his crew behind. Still, no good dwelling. I have confidence you'll take up the mantle well. The crew's counting on me. I don't intend to disappoint. That's the spirit. We need some optimism at a time like this. The crew has faith. The captain has faith. The crew will too. Cordell. Suppose congratulations is in order. Hope you're prepared for the task, Captain Shaw. Don't worry, I understand the responsibility. I'm not going to ask why she didn't vote for me. None really understand responsibility until we are handed it. Let's go below deck and just see what's going on. Oh. The hoosh pot. Let's see if we can grab some tin food. And coal. Ooh, the red room. Oh, I can assign people here. Oh, she's not in here. We can feed the hoosh pot. But before we do that, I have a mission up here. Take request in Templeton. There should be no hesitation, Shaw. You're the captain now, and you must carry the authority instantly. It's best we carry out the daily routine as normal. Show that you are capable in that role. We should take today's request immediately before seeing to our resources. Okay, requests first. Hello, Mo. Say hi, everybody. It's Momo. You saw the duties of the captain firsthand while serving Hunt. You're acting captain now. It's time to take up that mantle. A line is forming at the door. No surprise given the circumstances. Take them as you may, Captain. Kurt and Cordo. Captain, I've brought the Colonel Master with me. There's something that both of you will want to hear. I have a strong suspicion on what this matter is. I was planning to speak with the captain on it myself. Fortunate happenstance, then. Captain, I know these conditions well. I've seen them before. Any idea of the Temperance being freed from ice anytime soon is a pipe dream. We need to press on. We need to become aware of our new environment. Trust me, Captain, we'll be living off it for quite some time. Do you agree, Cordell? Indeed. The dog sleds will need to exercise regularly. There's no better way than to engage in hunting. Yeah, we're freed at all. We're quite lucky, despite the circumstances. Now is peak time for hunting and navigation. And navigation? Traversing the ice may be possible in the future. We need to be prepared for that. For us to survive out there, we need to know what lies ahead. These are uncharted territories, Captain. We have no idea where we are. Your current rations are not set to last forever either. Send any hunting party to me as you please. My dogs and I will ensure their survival. Cordell exits. The same sentiment for myself and any of my scouting teams. If you wish the great unknowns to be braved and charted, I'm your man. We need to know what lies ahead. Keep looking forward. Let's speak to Junior next. Shaw, the ice looks bulging, doesn't it? It wouldn't seem that way, yes. Crew seems to think so. They think if we don't intervene, the Temperance will never get freed. If you're suggesting breaking the ice, I assure you that won't work. I'm not. They are. No intervention is going to break up the ice enough to free this ship. I'm putting others to work on a simple waste of manpower. Maybe. They're scared, though. Worried. They just want to feel like they tried something. I think it's worth it to raise their spirits. Depending on what sort of tasks we have, I think they're right. Because if we can only send like 4 more people to get food or like coal or whatever, they're not doing anything otherwise, so maybe it will raise their spirits. We can send a scientist. I forget what other tasks there were. What if we just send the minimum? So raise spirits is worth the attempt. Lost Templeton's loyalty. Okay, Templeton, calm the fuck down. Don't forget, the hoosh pot needs fed. This is Hammond. Saving the boiler was the start of our troubles. Have you seen the state of this bloody ship? Certainly has seen better days. She's bleeding from the lower decks. I believe the older stoke is attempting to rectify that. If you like waffles, you must hate pancakes. I like both. We need to stockpile as much fuel as we can. I agree with that. If the furnace runs out by the end of the week, we die. If we spend too long on the ship, we die. If we don't stockpile enough fuel for the winter, we die? Aye. Get some coal. Get it in the furnace. I already did it. The coal bunker is our only source of fuel for the time being. Until we can procure alternatives, we assign crew to shoveling whenever possible. Before dinner, you are sent to see our first sledding team. Yeah, I gotcha. It's time to give our good doctor a visit. We still have wounded from the night on the Aurora. Their wounds need attended before they're fit to work, and I doubt I need to remind you of this. But we need every hand available. Don't be afraid to assign any of my team for manual labor. They'll complain, but they'll work. Sounds fair. Okay, let's listen to what's going on out here. 2 Johns. I can't believe Hunt is gone. What happened? Who knows? He was drunk. Whatever he was thinking, he wasn't in his right mind. What about Smurf and Corbin and Joe? Who knows? Corbin owes me 5 glyphs. I don't think you'll be seeing it soon. You did seem familiar. I finally placed you. You have you? Yes, I remember seeing you compete. Soren Kiliper. You were quite the gymnast. Surprised to see you in this line of work. Not too many gymnasts carry long careers. You did quite well when I saw you at the summer games. I don't recall you placed. I don't recall winning. There's going to be a lot of binary stances we'll have to take, I'm sure. Robin Shaw, recognize the name somewhere. Royal Admiralty, right? You've heard of me. Yes, I have. Think we've served on some of the same ships? Probably wouldn't have seen me, though. Didn't get much time out of the engineering room. This is good to know. Good to know the new captain has some experience. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. Let's go to the doctor's office. You enter this infirmary. Presence startles the young man. The rattle of dropped forceps ringing through the room. Oh, goodness, it's you. Captain now, is it? Captain Robin Shaw, good to meet you. Ahem. Dr. Arthur, Nutley. Dr. Nutley. Dr. Arthur Nutley, that is. It's good to meet you, Arthur. Gives a weak smile. Thank you. It's good to properly meet you. I suppose I seem a little scatterbrained at the moment. It isn't the norm. Recent circumstances have been trying. And the inclination towards seasickness is no help. Higgs, the steam burns they suffered from the furnace are severe. If you let me take a look, I can do my best to alleviate their pain. You have any experience with something like this? Fuck, I lost his loyalty. Well, I've read extensively on the matter, but first-hand experience goes, well, no, this is my first encounter. All I can do is wait. He lets out a nervous cough. Captain Hunt, do you think he may still be out there? There's a chance, however slim. Right. Perhaps we'll run into him again? No, that's ridiculous. Never mind. Apologies, I'm rambling. I suppose you want an update on the crew. Report would be nice. Scrapes and scuffs. As for the dogs, you're better asking, well, the kennel master. Cordell? Yes, Cordell. I haven't taken well to the dogs. I'm unsure how to carry myself amongst people, and animals are quicker to judge. Cordell is harsher still. But you can rely on me for any human medical issues. Nutley pauses for a moment. Is everything good? I mean, is someone coming to rescue us? I won't lie, we're in a difficult situation. I'll need your help. Hey, you liked that. Then you can count on my help. You just need some inspiration. Is there anything I can do for the crew? Add in 3? Yeah, we'll finish up here and then... I'm going to put 2 scientists here. And 1 scout. Assign 3 to instantly gain 1 medical comfort. It can be... So I need 3. Oh, they have to be scientists. And I can't assign 3. Anyone assigned to the medbay will be healed. Who is hurt? Is this a status effect? I assume so. Ah. Enter my old cabin. Okay. I'm going to go on break. I'll be back in 3 minutes. And then we'll go down and get the supplies ready for the week. Give me 3 minutes. Be right back, crew. Sure. Yep. So. I've returned. Welcome back. Alright, let's go down here. Kasha. Captain Shaw. I suppose I should get used to calling you that. I was asking if any of the crew had seen Hunt or any of the deserters last night. Not a single soul. I know the man knows this ship well, but that seems odd. Do you think the crew could be lying? I wouldn't accuse anyone of that, but it's very unlikely you wasn't seen by anyone. I suppose the boiler troubles caused a great deal of distraction. True. Let's grab food preparations. Did I already set the coal? I think I did. To get to work. Anyone in the pumps? Pump water from flood water from the lower deck. 0 rooms. Wow. Okay. The furnace. You're just gonna keep standing there? Give me something to burn. We got 50. Let's feed the furnace. 20. No one's in the red room. The hoosh pot. It's on the menu. Give him Twilight and 50 Shades series. Hey, if we need to burn some stuff. Though I doubt the sailors are reading Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey. Well, maybe. Okay, we really need to put some food in here. So I'm going to put 60 in. Call the crew for dinner. Well, the girls likely are? I don't know about that. This doesn't even seem like Earth, to be honest. Or like our Earth. I still haven't sent a sledding team. Fuck, you're right. Oh shit, I hope I have enough people. Easily be our Earth in the age of steamboats? Yeah, but like the names of stuff don't seem similar. Okay, I can scout. Whoa. And I can also find migration paths. Yes. Okay, that's like the overview. I remember. We're going to send a scout out here. And then I can research. I don't think I am. Not to sound arrogant, but I'm pretty sure this is just a vague steam coal-powered, like, version of our world. I don't think it's, like, actual Earth. Or if it is, it's vague enough where they're inventing new stuff. Though I could be wrong. Okay, we can hunt. Do we need them for anything else? I think we should go get some seals. And then also scout with one more. Why not? Yeah, we have no more scouts to scout. Do we have anyone else who can research? Nope. So we'll have to wait on research. Oops. I think it's time to call the crew. Crew have their meal. Shall we give a toast to our new captain? Hear, hear. The crew turned to their posts, the hammocks unfurled in preparation for the evening. Despite the time, it's still bright out. Junior, evenings, Shaw. I'm proud of what I've been able to cook for the crew lately, considering the rations. Though I do wish I had something better to work with. I'd kill for a good beefsteak. You have a knack for this, Junior. I've been told. Hunt would say he couldn't eat a bite that wasn't prepared by me anymore. I should hit the hay, or the hammock. Guess there's hay in there. Let's listen in. So tired. You'll get used to it, lad. Duh, it's far too much work. Thought you wanted the work. If I can do it with one arm, you can do it. You're always saying that, Duh. You're the tall one, aren't you? Well, thanks for noticing. Been this big since I was 15. Consider doing films? Got the stature for it. Oh, I can't act. Acting is a part of it. You just stand there, cut a nice silhouette, you'll be a star. That sounds awfully easy, doesn't it? Can be. Grimly. Did you need me for something? Crew seems to like you. Any advice on staying on their good side? Junior's better with people. I don't know. Be good to them. That's all it takes. Fair advice. Anyone down here to talk to? Hammond? Bloody cold, isn't it, Captain? Don't know how you spend your time away from the furnace. Be even colder without your hard work. Aye, I know. See, that's all it takes. Awfully loud, aren't they? I don't mind it all that much. They've worked hard all day. They owed this leisure. Sailors ought to remember we all need our sleep. Kurt, are you in here? Damn, Kurt, I forgot how, small his room looked. Evening, Shaw. Cold one, isn't it? I used to think I was growing used to the cold. But as the years go on, the elements have only grown harsher on the body. Sure you can handle it. And you'd be right. I can still complain every now and then. Templeton? Good evening, Captain. Be some time before we see rescue. Perhaps you should be endearing yourself to the crew. For now, I'd like to learn more about you. You needn't do that. Fuck. Prefer continue with our work. For it, fostering personal relationships is not a concern. I must retire for the evening. I'll see you in the morning's requests. All right, Templeton. Fair enough. Cordell? Captain Shaw, I presume you're here to see the dogs. How are they faring? They're already acclimatized. Though recently they've been exhausted and need rest. No surprise, our conditions are changing. They grow used to one state before being thrust into another. One refuses to eat, the other is losing weight rapidly. I assume the change in scenery has affected it. They need their rest just as any person. They tend to be more reliable, however. Are you speaking from experience? With people or dogs? Regardless, it's a matter of both. Captain Shaw, you'll recall my conditions with Hunt, do you not? Like it was yesterday. My demand is that I work here with the dogs. Your people may help with the sleds, but they're not my responsibility. They're not my people. I'm holding my promise with Hunt. I do not intend to join your crew. The dog barks. The dog doesn't have a name. That's Stanberry. How long have you been raising dogs? A long time, Shaw. I've raised this pack since they were not but pups, and a generation before them. She goes quiet a moment before petting Stanberry, collecting her thoughts. I wasn't exactly in a position financially to pass on Hunt, but I have no intention on leaving all of them out here without me. If I get lost in the ice, you're the next captain, Stanberry. Woof! Cordell smiles, confused. Always keep them on their toes. Oh wait, there's something here? The animal looks at you. I'll pet him. Not gonna give him the hat yet. I might need the hat. Okay, I think that's the week. A crew member will be cured of their malnutrition and of their freezing. Should we save fuel? Yes. And then if we go here, someone will get starving, which is not good. So let's just stick it right there. We'll conserve the fuel, though. We're going to lose a little decorum, but it's fine. We got 3 seals. The dogs are rested. Tucker's cured of their wounds. Start next week. 13 available dogs. The cabin. I could take requests, but let's go see if anything's going on first. The doctor. Okay, let's take requests before we assign crew. Just because... we might need people to do stuff. Let's take our free coal. So we'll see what we have to work with after we take the requests. Junior. Shaw, Templeton, word back from the attempts at freeing the ship. Is such a report necessary? Well, as you can see, we're not moving. Crew kept at it for a week, but now we're calling it a day. A waste of time and resources then, as expected. I wouldn't be so sure. End of the day, at least the crew can say they tried, gave it their all. 6 decorum. There's something in that. I'll take it. Good day, Captain. Well, as good as it can be under the circumstances. Good day to you as well. I'll be sure to spare you any more obligatory small talk from here. In truth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. It's a matter I brought up with the Captain Hunt, but he was less receptive. I'm not merely interested in the story of this expedition. I'm interested in the story of the people on it. When the crew have downtime, I would request to be allowed to conduct interviews. I'd like to know more about them. Maybe learn more about what happened to Hunt. Conduct as you please. Thank you, Captain. You won't regret it. I'll mark anything useful in my manifest. Send another red ring. Captain Shaw, Mr. Templeton, it would appear some of the crew have taken interest in transmission radios we have on hand. It's likely many of their first time seeing this technology. And they have odd ideas of what they're capable of. They believe another ship may pick us up if we monitor them. Ridiculous. They don't have range to pick up another, not out here. I said as much, but Turner was adamant we spent the night monitoring them regardless. Oops, sent me to run the concept by you, Captain. This will give me 18 decorum. Oh, I need 3 people to do this? Is it worth it to go to 98 decorum? Probably. Maybe? I'm gonna do it. Ooh, I don't know, actually. might be, let's see, we have 3 scouts, 2 engineers, 8 sailors, 3 scientists. So we'd have 13 people left for other things. Let's do it. Oh, they have to be all the scientists. Okay. Well, no one's hurt, and we can wait on researching. Let's do it. Templeton hates me. Yes, Captain. It won't work, but at least the crew will be certain. With each one with the demoralized effect will cause you to lose 5 decorum at the end of the week. Kasha may cure demoralization by interviewing them. So I'll send him next week to Kasha. Yes, otherwise they'll ponder the alternative till they're all frozen. Word around the crew is that we might end up moving it to the ice. If we can't free the Temperance anyway, it would be wise to gather what we want to take off with if we do. Indeed, we'll need to be prepared for what could be the inevitable. Aye, most of the tools in the lower deck storerooms. Metal doors need some work to open, but it's worth what's inside. Okay, we gotta tend to that. Templeton? The question persists how long the Temperance can hold. Will we be able to wait out the ice? There's no change by next week. Abandoning the ship may be considered. I remember that. Ah, feel that air. Nothing better than a cold wind to keep you awake. You're an odd duck, Urek III. How many hours of sleep do you get a night? Well, on second thought, better not hear it. I already know it isn't enough. So Templeton is really annoyed with me. I don't remember in my last playthrough if that was how it went. We want to get these doors open. Confirm orders. First, let's take care of the coal. Oh, hold on. Other room. Coal bunker. We're going to assign 3 people to this. 2 engineers. And a sailor. We need 3 sacks of coal from them. They get to work. Red ring? Anyone free to interview? I don't think so. He's fucking busy doing that thing and he's demoralized over it. Oh, I gain a research though, so if I have anyone left, I can do that. Let's look at the pantry. We want 3 people here as well. Certainly. Yeah. Now we have 4 rooms. 5 rooms. No scientists, but we have 3 scouts and 4 sailors. We should probably leave a scout to go scouting. You and Lefty charge into the room. The water flooding behind you have time to grab 2 items. Hunting shotgun. Bolt-action rifle. Flares. Ale kegs. I'm going to get the bolt-action rifle first. Time enough to grab one more item. Hunting shotgun. It's flooded. He's freezing. That's no good. So can you pump flood water from all the rooms in the lower deck? So I can do another one and then see if I can pump it? The food room, the scientist hold, or the general storage, or engineer's hold? Let's go to engineer's hold. And take Tucker. 2 items. Digging tools reduces animal required by 1 for each location. Increases freezing cured by 1 when raising the heat, or just a bunch of coal. I'm thinking a digging tool and coal, or the upgrade maybe. These are permanent upgrades. I think the permanent stuff is better, right? Long term? Especially because they're all going to be freezing doing this shit. General storage, scientist hold. Okay, let's grab 2 items. Reduces scientist by 1 for medical comforts. That's pretty good. Four supplies of tinned lemons. They can cure scurvy. Or just medical comforts. Well, I think this is what we want. The medical tools for sure. Every 10 research brought home will be proof of success to your employer. This is a story item. I think I'm going to go with the practical stuff for this playthrough. Give me the lemons. Food storage? We got... Let's take a scout. Tinned lemons, tinned food, spice crates. Once a week, feed the hoosh to gain 3 food for each person with malnourished or scurvy. Huh. That's if we already have a situation, it will make it better. Yeah. We already got a bunch of lemons. Let's grab the spice crates. If times get tough, it'll be helpful. And then we'll just grab 2 tinned food cans. One more scout. It's going to be a lot of people with freezing, so we'll have to warm them up. Timber. Digging tools. Reduces animals required on map locations. Minimum of 3. Let's get timber. And ale kegs. Oh. The digging tools, I think we already grabbed one of these. How much was it to explore? Will these stack, or is it like 4 and then it goes to 1? Or it goes to 3? I forget now. I'm gonna grab the timber. Okay, well, that's all we can do there. Keep her lit. Ask the engineers to raise the heat. Oh, I don't have any engineers. Fuck. Okay, that's bad. Oh. Cures demoralization. I can put that in the hoosh. We're gonna put some wood in there.
And
I think I made a mistake. It's okay, though. Feed the hoosh. Cures of demoralization, which I have one of. So might as well do that. Tin food? Why is this not working? Let's do that. Feed the... We don't have scurvy, so we're good. Healed demoralization. Call the crew for dinner. Dinner shared, and then I can assign people to scouting. Hammocks are unfurled in preparation of the evening. You know, as far as rations go, this is good. Junior knows how to prepare dinner, doesn't he? He's good for a ship like this. Evening. Before we took off, Grimley and I stopped in a greasy spoon in the city. Sausage and eggs was perfect. Best I ever had. Now I'm trying to remember its damn name. It's left my head. It's likely by the docks. When we return, let's find it. It's still there when we return. Who knows when we'll be back. Could have closed down or fired their chef by then. Pretty old, aren't you? Good eye, lad. Better than mine. Why are you still working? Shouldn't you be home with your family? Don't have one. Do you not have any children? I might do. Don't know any, though. More of the same tonight. We'll have to get used to it. Not much we can do with the ice. We'll figure out something to do, won't we? We have to. Grimsley. It's getting harder to play. The cold makes the fingers stiff. Power through it for the crew's sake? Aye, I will. Hey, he likes me. Kasha. Good evening, Captain. Growing used to sleeping on a moving ship before we got trapped in the ice. Now I think I won't have a good night's sleep until we return to land. It's something we all look forward to. I know a hot bath and a warm bed are the first order of business when we return to land. I stay bundled up for several days. Truly savor it. Oops, I was going to talk to Hammond. Oh, not going to rest anytime soon, are we? No. Could have used more hands. Hammond's worth 5 men, but even then. You ever get the feeling you're being watched, Shaw? Couldn't shake the feeling there's a pair of eyes on me while I was working there. Sure, there's some undiscovered beast lurking in the mist. You're bloody funny, aren't you, Captain? Hey, I got his loyalty. Not the superstitious type, believe me. If only I had spared the engineers. Anything? Afraid not. I didn't expect anything to come of it. Well, at least we can say we tried. Yeah. Hamilton? Captain, if you find yourself stricken with boredom, I have a book I would recommend. Textbook on the different classes of wildflowers. I would enjoy that, Templeton. Sure, I'll bring it to you when I have the chance then. Hey, we gotta get on his good side again. Good evening, Captain. Is there something you needed? If you need the latest medical report, I'll have it soon. Good to see you aren't losing your focus. Keep it up, Nutley. Oh, thank you, Captain. I'll try. I can't assign anyone because they're all working. Scientists are all busy too. I'll need to make medical comforts later. There's Templeton. Kurt. The bow. You spot Kurt, measuring any changes in temperature. Still fast. No chances. Signs of change. He notices you and gives a wave. Doubtly moving anytime soon, Captain. Of course, sometimes you never know with the ice. Should give some rest. I'll let you know if anything changes. Thank you, Kurt. Just doing my duty. Take care, Captain. Good evening, Captain. Will this take long? The dogs are fed, rested. I dislike leaving them alone. You train them well. There won't be any issue. That would be my hope, but you can never be certain. Okay, the last thing is to talk to Templeton, but we should assign people to some jobs. Scouting. Oh, so the different scouting places take different amount of dogs. I see. The further you get. Gotcha. Can send one person to hunt. Okay, well that's everybody. No crew available. Captain, a word. I feel as now is a good time as any to review the wording on your contracts. You do remember what was written in your contract. Why is that relevant now? Consider Article 3, and I quote, Members of the staff shall, throughout the period of such expedition, obey all commands of the captain and shall use his best endeavors to promote the success of the same. Let him continue. And in the event of anything happening to the captain shall obey all commands of any member of staff who shall be appointed by the captain in writing before his death. It being understood that the rest of the staff shall hold the same relations towards any member of staff so appointed as towards the captain, as appointed by the captain in writing before his death. What are you trying to say? The vote we held settled on what is a temporary arrangement in the eyes of the law. Even then, you only made it through by a hair. Unless you somehow wrestle a written transfer of captaincy from Hunt before his departure, in the eyes of the law, you're acting in his stead with no legal recourse to call upon. There's a chance Hunt and his deserters are still out there. Should we be reunited, your captaincy will be indeed called into question. The crew are unlikely to choose a deserter over me. I'm still here. You say that. Knowing how the previous vote went, loyalty runs deep. The loyalty of the crew means everything. Get them on your side, Shaw. Keep them on your side. That will come naturally. I don't intend to disappoint. Or I see. Thanks for bringing this to my attention. I'll say I see. Thank you. Remember my words, Shaw. I suggest you start with the Stoke brothers. It seems they speak for many of the sailors. Okay, let's wait. Week ending. Crew members will be cured of their freezing. So if we spend more fuel, 3 people will be cured of freezing. but we'll lose some fuel. Let's just do normal. Cure 2 of them. Fuck it. Let's do 3. Oh, I don't know. This is hard. Freezing turns to scurvy? I forget what freezing does. Freezing isn't good. I know that. I think we have excess fuel. Actually, let's just go with this. Let's conserve food. 2 people are freezing. The ship won't hold much longer. Frostbite. Okay, how do we cure frostbite? I think we need medical supplies, don't we? Fuck. I think that was a bad move. We should have spent it. Okay, let's cook up some of these with 2 scientists. Oh, I see how it works. Okay. Yeah. So I just go here. Here's what we'll do. We command them there, and then cure them. So they're available again. But we need 1 more medical supply. Oh, fuck. I don't think I can do it. Is he gonna die with frostbite? I think so. Can I reload? Okay, let's see. Here's what we'll do. Okay, I gotta take requests again. I'm just gonna speed through this really quick. Oh, fucking botched it again. Okay, speed through, but less speedy. It's worth the attempt. It's really not. That's what I did. We'll undemoralize him, it's fine. Okay, she conducts the interviews. Okay. Yep, I remember. Heard that. Don't need to talk to her. Below deck. Pantry. Pantry. Coal bunker. We need people to shovel coal. So we need to keep the engineers, maybe. keep the engineers. And we need how many people on food? Digging tools and engineers. Yep, that's what we're gonna take. Gets freezing. That's okay. Scientists hold. We're gonna take one of the scouts. Medical tools. And medical comforts. Good to have. Weapons. Take another scout. Take both the weapons. Actually, I'm going to take... Should I take some of the flares? I'm going to take the flares instead of the shotgun. I'm not going to do any scouting this week. I'm going to take the tinned lemons and the spice crates. General storage. Timber and digging tools. Or ale. Ale and timber. And now I think I can do something else. Hold on. Enter the boiling room. Raise the heat. Yes, okay. So now only 2 people are freezing. Feed the furnace. That's all we need. Okay, we're doing way better now. Now that I remembered how to manage that stuff. Pantry. We gotta assign people to do this. And that's everybody. Hoosh pot. We put one of these in. There we go. They're freezing, but they'll heal. We have no one to spare. So no scouting this week, but it's okay. Call them for dinner. And then... Okay. So that's... Heard this already. Anything down here to here? Talk to Hammond. Gained his loyalty. Talk to Kasha. Secure her loyalty. Going well. It's getting harder to play. Power through it for the crew's sake. I said this. Templeton. I would enjoy that book. Kurt. In his little ass room. Oh, it's a shame if I promise a luxury only to retract it, don't you think? Oh, this is a new dialogue. I remember this. He's talking about his daughter. Wasn't aware you had a daughter. Two, in fact. Both with the first wife. Well, let's hope we come back. No signs of change. Templeton. Yeah, now he's bringing up the contract. I'll thank him. All right, there we go. Now we pass. Two crew members will be cured of their freezing. Perfect. That's all we needed. I forget when in the original run did I get off the ship. Was it next week? The meeting. Okay, there's a meeting going on. Now? You might be right. You might be right. What is this? I can assign 5 people to clear those rooms out and get the other supplies from them, I think. Is that worth it? Because then I would still have to assign 5 more to do that. Or at least 1 per room. Let me think about that. There's some good shit left in there. I want at least the shotgun, right? I could forego scouting for another week. And use some of the engineers. Let me grab the tin food for the week. It's spoiled. I mean, we need coal. Most of all, right? Hello, Sepperson. How's it going? We got 16 people to work with. I'm doing good too. Trying to catch back up restarting this game. We are more than halfway to where we were. How much food and shit we got? We got a decent amount of supplies here. Medical comforts, lemons, flares, ale, feeling low energy. Yes, sleeping will help sometimes. About to have more dung. Dung. Dung might be fuel. Let's go through this meeting. I said food and shit. Fertilizer. That could be turned into fuel, right? I could grow some ice crops. Ice steak. I'm going to do this meeting before my break. Templeton, Kurt, Cordell, and Hammond stand inside the beginnings of a meeting. Well, Captain, it's been 3 weeks. Kurt tells me there's no change in the ice. None. As best as I can estimate, what changes we will see won't free the ship. I predict Temperance will likely be crushed under the pressure of the ice. And how long will that take? A few weeks at most. Fortunately, we may have to look at alternatives rather than waiting for the ice to break. Such as leaving Temperance and making camp on the ice is something we'll have to consider. The longer we stay on the ship, the more fuel we're having to burn. Not to mention risking another boiler incident. The matter almost costs lives. Getting a smaller camp burns through much less oil. With enough fuel to survive a winter, we're dead. I don't think I need to tell you that. We'll not be so quick to pack up and move out just yet. Why is that? The ship is shelter. Safety. Currently, there are a few hunting opportunities presented to us. We need to gather more food to survive. The ship provides a safe area to hunt from. Right. Most of the crew aren't ready to give up either. They're stubborn. I would not play into this stubbornness when lives are on line. He has a point. Crew thinks we give up too early. They'll resent the captain for it. Though we have a serious flooding problem. We do. Might notice if you left your damn forecastle. Safer to take time and gather what we need before we leave rather than raid the ship once we make ice. The answer lies with the captain. Should we move off the ship this week? Yeah, we do. Do you remember when I moved last time? Was it this week? Can I look? I think I can look. Yeah, this is my old save. Fuck. Can I fucking scroll up, please? Thank you. Okay, hold on. The ship is still here in week 8. It's not here in week 9. What if we did it next week? Though, did the ship completely collapse? I forget. I think we'll wait a week. We'll try to get some of that shit from those rooms if we can unflood them. Unflood those rooms, get some stuff out of them, leave next week. It's going to put us in a tight situation, but I think that's the right move. Remain on the ship for now. Fucking Clive said we had to get off earlier. When you feel you're ready to go, give the boiler room a thing. Sure. Okay, let's So we can do that. We just need 5 fucking people. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough week for them. I'm gonna go on break before we take requests. Yeah, Clive was the one saying we need to get off to use less fuel, wasn't he? I guess he changed his mind a little bit, but we'll get him back. We will get him back. Okay, I will be right back in about 4 minutes. We'll do a little bit more. It'll probably be the last break. So hang tight. Be right back. How do I do that?
Well. Shit. I'm sure about. So.
Welcome back. Okay, let's take requests for the day.
What?
Got a lot of requests today. Mr. Gloss? Captain, we tried to use the radio to pick up any signals every evening for the past week. Nothing, I take it? Afraid not. As expected. I have to say, though, I expected a worse reaction from the sailors. Suppose there's relief in trying a method and knowing it to be unsuccessful. Now they can move on to the next venture with a little reservation. They're resourceful people. Suppose anything that puts the crew's mind at ease is worth doing. Thank you. Captain, my dogs appear to be struggling in the on-deck kennels. They require a more secure form of shelter. Dogloos, I believe they're called. Yes, I will require some hands to work on constructing them. For the health and safety of the pack, I'll put some crew to work on it. That's probably worth it. Thank you. Without them, the crew stands little chance of safety themselves. Dogloos are important. The mast was damaged when the ship was being tossed. Best get someone to fix it before the Temperance is freed. Freed? Ship could come loose at any moment. No. It would be worth it, though. Nope. Cannot do that. I'd rather avoid someone getting injured. So yourself, then. Mr. Zack, I was summoned by Mr. Templeton. Yes, Mr. Isaac. This is your personal item. What do you mean? I felt it pertinent to let the captain know you're carrying a weapon. Excuse me? Perhaps it's my unfamiliarity with expeditions. I'm surprised others didn't bring an item to protect themselves. Many of the crew cannot afford such an item themselves. Captain, what should we do with this revolver? It's my personal item, Captain. It can be more useful in the hands of Cordell for the hunts. I agree. We need it. Very well, Captain. I understand. Demoralized. We would do well to create an imbalance among the crew. Okay, it's fine if he's demoralized. We can fix that. Demoralized. We can fix that. We got booze, too. Shaw. There's a rumor going around the crew. They're saying the ship is haunted by the ghost of Captain Hunt. What ridiculous tripe. Twitch is skipping around. Is it still doing it?
Hop. Up.
We're gonna take a decorum hit. But we don't want people talking about this. What? Oh, that's weird. No rumors. Crew won't be pleased you're stopping their stories. Better than allowing fear and superstition to run wild. I think that was the right move. I'm only going to go for another little bit here, Crimson. Head to the boiler when you wish to abandon the ship. Sooner rather than later. I will do it next week, I promise. Okay, the Dogloos. 3 people. Okay. Let's do a tally. We need 3 people to do that. What else is our number 1 priority? Full bunker, right? We need 3 people to get coal. Coal is what we need the most of. Yeah, that's what I think too. Same with the pantry. Yeah, it's spoiled now. Hey, Faith. I was thinking of this, if you can hear me. See these rooms that have been flooded? I got 2 items from each of them. But if I send 5 people to pump the flood water, I can go in and get a few more items. But it would cost a lot of my manpower for this week. You think that's worth it? No idea what that just said. Some like word salad. Permanent buffs? I got most of the permanent buffs except for 1. I didn't get one of the guns. I wanted that gun at least. So I'd be down, let's see, 6, 7, 8 people. 8. So I'd have 8 left. Eight left between the food, the rooms, I can build the igloos next week. That's true. It don't expire. Okay. Yeah. I got another week on the ship anyway. Dog loose. I'm not doing any scouting then. Okay, the room's gonna be entered again. Let's grab the hunting shotgun and ale kegs. Scientist hold. Come on. Why can I not pick one of these people? Sometimes the game does that to me. Click. I'm clicking. There we go. It like scrolls and I can't scroll back. 2 more items. Tinned lemons. This is not what I wanted. Yeah. The general rooms. Spoiled food and digging tools. Food storage or engineer's hold? Okay, let's do the coal bunker next. That's important. We got 5 people left, 2 more rooms. We can assign people to get supplies, but they'll only get spoiled rations. Let me look in here. No more scientists. So they're stuck here for now. Should I get spoiled food? It's probably fine. I'm just going to do 2 more of these. Let's grab all this shit. Tinned food, spoiled food. That way, it doesn't matter if I have less people assigned. And then 1 more. Coal. Coal. Good shit. And then I can even do this. Cure 2 people of freezing. Or, yeah. We're going to feed the furnace. Furnace is good. We got one more person to get more food. Or they could scout. Oh, can only the scouts scout? Yeah. Okay, never mind. And there's no hunting option. Okay, never mind then. And the dog loos require 3 people. So I might as well get someone to get spoiled food. Feed the hoosh pot. Let's eat some spoiled food. We can heal them later. There we go. Yeah, we got 2 people malnourished, but we can fix that. Should be okay. Crew have their meal. Return to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled. And I swear, when that hook came swinging, Captain Hunt had to pull me down. That was 5-6 years ago. No clue what he was doing. Both of us nearly lost an eye that day. Same expedition, Ward lost his arm. Half the time, I don't think Hunt knew what he was doing either. Sure he did. He seemed like a good captain. Am I going to lie to them to keep cohesion? Or will this make me look weak? He was an interesting man. Me saying I'll steer you right seems bad. Yeah, I'm thinking 1 or 2. I'm not sure which one. Likes it when you're brief? Yeah. Grimsby. He was quite the interesting man. Ah, he is. He needs something. Checking in. Your crew? Fuck. Worried about the vote, are you? Was that it, Shaw? I don't care about that. I'm just checking in. That's really all I was doing. Are you now? Let's leave it at that, Grimley. Nice of you to check in, Shaw. I think it's time the crew called a night. Grimley walks off. The crew is awfully fond of Hunt. Is. A word to the wise, Robin. Nothing against you, but we don't know you either. It's going to take more than simple pleasantries to earn Grimley's trust. Fair. Never have pancakes, Shaw. Serve them for Hunt once. Start to demand them every time. You can only have them early in a trip, though. Ingredients don't keep that long. Sure, you can make something similar with what we have. Now that's a challenge. Don't know how that would turn out for us, Shaw. Well, I got some loyalty from him. Miss the water. Got used to playing on a rocking ship. Starting to feel sick when I'm off too long. I miss it myself. Aye, you get it. Don't like the stillness. Feeling like I'm going somewhere. Okay, well, kind of worked. Hammond, how you doing? One of Templeton's team tried to talk to me while I was working. They were going on about their spouse or something. I ended up telling them to fuck off. Think they got the message. You have full permission to do so anytime your work is interrupted. We need you to fucking be on the task. Gained his loyalty. Didn't need permission, but I knew you'd understand. We got bigger shit to worry about. Don't interrupt Hammond ever. Okay, Templeton? How you doing? Evening, Captain. Have you been reading that textbook? It's quite the interesting topic. The botany book. Good. I'd hoped you'd enjoy it. I suppose the topic does provide an escape from the ice as well. It's rather morbid, Shaw. Our last conversation had me wondering about those children of mine. Specifically, I wondered if I'd ever get to see them again. That's something you should imagine, I know, but the threat always exists on these expeditions. I signed on knowing that. They must be proud. You would think. Fuck. They're not proud. A famed man makes for a busy man, and a busy man makes for an absent man. Only so many gifts you can send across the sea, Robin. I think he still likes me, though. Okay, doctor does not want to talk. That's fine. Still no signs of change, I take it. Afraid not, Templeton. The ice is yet to budge. Moving through the ice looks more and more to be a necessity as I see it. You may be right, chum. Your team of scouts best be keeping their focus. Can't find a way from this pack. The two notice you. Ah, Captain. I wouldn't worry about the ice. My team will find a path, I have no doubt. At ease. You're both doing good work. Thank you, Captain. Promise my team won't grow lazy. Certainly not the place for it. What do you have in your pocket? What does it matter to you? Hunched over, clutching something. It's suspicious. I'm holding an egg. An egg? Why? Keeping my ham warm. Boiled egg keeps heat. That is actually ingenious. We know the cold better than you lot, anyway. Good evening, Captain. Will this take long? Train them long. Oh, I talked to her? Yeah. Okay, that looks like about it. Right? One crew will be cured of their malnourishment, which means they'll get scurvy, but I can cure that. They're going to be pissed when we go to the ice, so... Healed the freezing. One got scurvy, which means he won't be able to work, but I can fix it. Okay, before the end of the week, we are going off this thing. Let's go below deck and just see what's going on. First, we go to the pantry, take some spoiled rations. Delicious. Then we take some coal. Okay. Oh, the dog loos aren't out. Did we lose the ability to do it? Let's take the Gremley. Shaw. Put a stop to those rumors going on about Hunt. That's simple. Sailors do seem to listen to you. Aye, you'll not be hearing them whisper again. Do I have the option now? Captain, I would find it wise to have a word with a journalist among our crew. For whatever reason, Hunt allowed a photographer with no sailing experiences. Tail or wrong. As this stands, Belford's record will be what will stand the test of time when the expedition is done. She has not made allies of the crew. How so? Sailors think of this crew are a private lot. They don't take kindly to prying eyes of a landlubber, as they would say. Remember, Captain, she controls the story. She controls your story. Best to have a word. Remember, Shaw, reputation can be fragile. You need not an unflattering image at a time like this. Alright, no, I can do it, so. Okay, cool. Fucking hell. What is it this time, Tucker? These bloody cigs, they aren't worth the shit I stepped in. The only man who can step and shit on the ice, mate. Huh, bloody right. Okay, well. Enter the scientist's storeroom. Gather research. Okay. It's a doctor. We got lemons to cure malnourishment. Aim for next week, or do we plan to end during week 7? I think we're going to leave the ship before the end of the day today. On week 7. But I was going to do some stuff before. But I think I'm going to end the stream pretty soon. And pick it up next time. So we can start with us leaving the ship. We got to week 7. Oh, for stream? Yeah, next week. Next week. It's confusing because there's a mechanic for weeks. But we got to week 7, and the last playthrough last year, the farthest we got was week 11. So we caught up pretty far, I would say, in 3.5 hours. A lot of it was getting kind of familiar with shit again. But, yeah, I seem to remember most of it, so. We have 15 people. We have to remember to feed the hoosh pot. You'll fly through it. Now you know what's what. Yeah, I mean, it's like reading stuff. Takes some time, but. Yeah, so I can instantly cure the scurvy. So that person can get to work after I feed them. Yeah, but now that I know the game's in and outs, it will take way less time. So we should get to week 11 and beyond next stream and see some new stuff. How does it save again? It probably already saved, right? Probably saved. I mean, I just started the week, so even if it starts me on the beginning of the day, that's fine. Okay, I am going to start looking to get off. I will see you all Tuesday for I'm not sure what, to be honest with you. Tuesday is a question mark at the moment. I got to think of it. We will see. Looks like Twin Tenacity is streaming something, so I'm going to just rate them. Say hi, everybody who can. And I'm going to go get some food. I'll see you next week for Pale Beyond and Tuesday for something cool.
Bad.
Yep.